Ladies, how are we feeling?
Ooh,
Good.
good.
Pretty
Valentine's
pink.
Day week.
It's been a long week.
Pretty and pink.
we are.
And red.
And red.
And red.
Mm.
The
Mm.
Valentine's Day
Heart for
colors.
love. We see it.
I love y'all.
I
Love
love
you,
you
friend.
too.
This is our
friend.
Galentine's Day episode.
It is.
Yes, definitely is.
So what are we talking about?
Today's
Ooh.
episode is what is the hardest conversation to have
in
in a relationship?
In a relationship.
The hardest conversation
Yep.
to have in a relationship. Ooh,
Okay.
that could go in so many directions.
It can because
That's
it can
true.
change things. So sometimes we avoid them, we delay them, we water them down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
it may not be easy.
Yeah.
But you gotta have them.
You
I
have
mean,
to have
the
them.
important thing about relationships is that communication. So them conversations,
Mm-hmm.
they
They
gotta
get you
be-
another year.
Sometimes.
They buy you some
Or
time.
not.
or
Or a few months, maybe a few days. Who knows?
You got 24 hours.
or 6 months. I mean, it all really depends on how you looking at the conversation. These conversations can be positive.
Yeah.
They can be negative. They can bring you closer.
Yeah.
They could, you know.
Change the dynamic.
To
Quick.
me, the hardest conversations are the ones where you know you fucked up.
I mean, like
Oh,
fucked
we
up,
gonna-
or just
and you
like
gotta-
this.
No,
right.
Yeah, and you know you gotta apologize.
Yes, accountability
Yeah.
again is on the table.
Wait,
True.
wait,
Which-
wait,
That's
wait.
not a hard conversation for me.
It's not
Really? The
Mm-mm.
ones where you have to.
No,
Mm-mm.
because
Those
you're
are
never
not-
wrong.
No, that's not it. I'm more of like an accountability person. So if I
You've been grown
if I
for
wrong,
real.
not that long, not that long.
We just talked about this like a few shows
$2
ago.
with a pocketbook. Yes.
$2
Now I have an
and her-
adult daughter. She pulled that chain sometimes, you know. So it's like, yeah, that has never kind of been over time. I would say that maybe in my 20s, and I just don't remember. But in my adult life, I don't think that has been a hard conversation.
So you've never had any hard conversations
that.
in a relationship? is
No,
what
I
you
didn't
said?
say that.
So what's
I'm
yours
just
then?
saying that it's not the hardest conversation for me. Like taking accountability for where I'm wrong. That's not a hard conversation for me in a relationship.
It's
I
a
feel
little
like
hard for me.
If
It's a
I'm
little
wrong, I'm
hard.
wrong, and I'm like, all right, cool, my bad. Like,
Don't say I'm wrong.
Well, see,
I'm learning. I keep
Okay.
telling you guys that.
I feel
I'm
like
learning.
we need to talk about why I'm wrong before I can apologize
I feel
for
like
why I'm wrong. Like you
I feel like
gotta
I know
spell
when
it
I'm
out, because I
wrong.
feel like if I said it, it was facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Maybe
so,
how I said it.
or maybe it's just a difference of opinion. That doesn't mean that I'm wrong per se.
Mm-hmm.
sound like
and
you have a
how
problem
I-
with being wrong.
Okay, so I mean, allegedly,
Sometimes.
I may or may not have had a problem with, saying I'm sorry,
Same.
allegedly.
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 Exactly.
But when I do say it, it's after all of the facts have been laid out as to why.
You wrong.
So they gotta prove to you that you was wrong
Because-
for you to be like,
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean,
Innocent until proven
real
guilty.
talk.
thank you. That's the
Yeah.
judicial
See, I'm
system,
more
right?
no. For me, I'm more like, okay, I'm wrong. Let's move on. Like, I don't want to dwell on it. Like, I can accept the fact.
so she-
yeah, I
see
can
what you
accept the
did.
fact that I'm wrong.
But she don't
But
want
you
to
wanna
talk about it.
What,
No,
what if
we
that
can talk
comes
about it.
back
I don't have
on
a problem
you?
talking about it. I just don't want to wait until we done spent. You gotta prove me wrong when I already know that I'm wrong. Like, we're gonna spend 5 hours trying to
But
prove
that's
me that I'm
different.
wrong. But
You
I
already know that
already
you're
that I'm
wrong. I didn't, I don't always already know
Okay, all right.
until it's been proven that I'm wrong. So I'm just saying, once
I
it's been
feel
proven,
like- no.
if you can prove that I was wrong,
Okay,
then
okay.
I don't have a problem with
Do
saying.
you have the evidence?
Exhibit it.
Do you have it to support it?
You see
If
what
you
I'm
don't,
saying?
then I know.
Mm.
Yeah.
See?
I'm wrong.
Okay, so accountability is not hard for you.
Sometimes, majority of the time, I'll say majority of the time.
It could be a little difficult for others.
okay. We're
You
work
know.
in progress. We're constantly growing.
I am.
Always.
I am a work in progress. Yes.
We all are.
I don't accountability is not the hardest thing for me though. Accountability, I mean, at some point I'm gonna say I'm sorry. I'm just gonna,
At some
it's gonna be a
She's
while.
like in the middle of the
It's gonna
night
take a
when you
minute.
sleep.
She just figured it out.
He be like, you haven't apologized. I did.
I did. Did you hear me?
You just didn't hear
Yeah.
me.
I said it numerous times.
I think that for me, one of the hardest things, especially being in a relationship with a blended family,
Mhm.
is sometimes having those conversations about um, the dynamic of
Mhm.
where things are, or like now things are really, really different because all of the children are older. But before, there was the co-parenting on the other side. I was a single mom, so it was just me and my
Mhm.
kid, and I didn't have a problem with my husband coming in and immediately being able to discipline my son. I didn't
Yeah.
have a problem with that.
Mm.
But having those conversations about disciplining when you are the step parent,
Mhm.
Mhm.
it's harder because there is another parent
Parent. Yeah.
Mhm.
element. And so the things that you may have having these conversations with your partner about, it could still create another problem in that co-parenting dynamic that they
Mhm.
have. So
Mhm.
sometimes it was difficult in expressing how I feel like the children should be raised, or how we should do certain things as it related to the girls, because there was another dynamic that
Right.
was
Yeah.
like, no,
I feel like a
I'm the parent.
conversation should be had with all of the adults on how we're going to. I know that's not always
It's
feasible.
I was
not
gonna say it could
always
be
I
very
know that's not
difficult.
always feasible, but
In a
I
perfect
think in a
world.
perfect world,
Perfect
a
world.
conversation can or should be had about how we're going to parent the children as a whole.
Mhm.
Because it's tough on, I would assume, I don't have, I'm a product of a blended family per se, like my dad's side. But that's not the household that I grew up in. So I don't have that same, you know, experience that you have with your stepchildren or bonus children. But I would assume, or for myself, I would want to have that just personal relationship with the other parent, so that it's all cohesive and copacetic
And in a perfect
amongst.
world,
Yeah,
that happens.
yeah.
But I will say that it can happen.
Mhm.
It can, but
It
everybody
just
has
takes
to be
time
willing to make that happen for the children's sake.
for
And
the sake of the
sometimes it's,
children.
yeah, and
Yes.
sometimes that's not always the case because of other things.
And so those conversations can be difficult because sometimes you put your spouse in a position where they feel like they can't win. Over here, you
Mhm.
have
Right.
the bio mom saying this is what it is,
Mhm.
and then you have the bonus mom saying, "But this is
I
how
think
it
you
is
should.
in
Yeah.
my house."
Mm-hmm.
And so trying to have those conversations can be hard because as the bonus parent, you're like, I don't want to overstep,
Yep.
but here's what I possibly think should be. And then you also
That
out
should
of
be open to
but
the
it's not
biological
always,
parents should be open to
and
hearing what the bonus
Mhm.
parent has
that's
to
not always
say.
the case.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
not always the case. So it can be a very hard conversation, especially when you see something that needs some correction and you're
Mhm.
trying to have the conversation with your partner, your
Right.
husband, or whoever it is. And then you have that other side that's, combating everything that you do. It makes having those conversations about really blending this family and what the family dynamic should look like a little bit more difficult. As I stated, over time,
Mm-hmm.
it gets
Yeah.
easier, but those initial conversations about what you can do, whether you now I don't spank kids, so that's never been like the issue. But even in certain things that you say,
But she fights them. Okay.
I will fight a kid.
She's
But
all.
no, I literally
I'm curious
I
though, how does
don't.
that conversation come up? Is like you can tell this kid what to do now? Like do they just give you permission? Because like
My
I probably
house,
would
my
be an
rules.
I think it's
absolutely terrible
Mm.
person to be in a relationship with if it wasn't my children's father, because I probably would not let them tell my kids anything.
And that's a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So
And
y'all could
that's why I said I
Yeah.
probably would be a very hard person to be in a relationship, because like as a way to protect my kids, I probably would be like, just let me handle it.
But I feel like you have to trust the person that you have the child with. So
Yeah.
although my daughter's father and I were not together, I could trust that he had her best interest at heart. When he would when the one or couple times that she went to visit with him, I
Okay.
had to settle into the fact that that like he had her, this is her father, and he
Mhm.
wants the best for her, and he's not going to, you know,
I'm not speaking in the aspect of not wanting the best for your child.
no, but for
I'm
what she was saying,
Well,
that
she's
she
saying, I don't care, it's mine, I'm gonna
I'm
handle
gonna-
it.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not even, it's not about the best interest. She's just saying, they're my kids and you parenting
But that's
my
not
kids
always
is
the case
off
when you're in
limits.
separate households, because you
Exactly.
can't dictate. So
What goes on in my house.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
what I
in
said.
this
My house,
situation,
my rules.
you
Now,
wouldn't
what
be
you
able
do
to
over there
dictate-
is different.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to dictate what if your kids are
Yeah.
with her
Yeah.
with you know what I'm
Right.
saying.
And
Which,
that's what
which
I'm saying.
poses the problem.
Yeah, if
Because
he
Tam want to dictate what's going on
Yeah.
in my house.
Yes.
No,
just
I used to say that. Go ahead. Go
just
ahead. Tim.
just my own house. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
if somebody else came in and I was in a relationship with them,
Oh,
I
well,
prefer
okay.
to handle the discipline to my children, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
So,
Because
but what about on the other side?
on the other
if-
side, I mean, I would let him, it's his house. I would let him, because I feel like he has his kids' best interest in mind.
Right.
I
So
trust
that's
him
what I
as
was
a
saying.
father. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, unless they brought up something to me that was like concerning to where I would have to speak with him about, I would trust that he can handle it. Whatever his rules were. Now, if you decided you want to let this person come in and, be a mother figure to them, then I trust your judgment.
Mm.
I personally have trust issues with like the stepfather type figure. So in my opinion, I probably wouldn't be with anybody, because I don't think that that's fair to someone to just exclude them from like, that's part of um I don't know, you're being a father figure is being
Mhm.
able to discipline in some sense,
Mhm.
and I know it's more a trauma thing just because of my own personal experience, and I don't think that it's fair to somebody else. So I probably would opt to just not,
Be in
be in
that
a relationship.
situation.
Yeah.
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 She's like,
I probably
I'm
would be
not doing
like,
it.
yeah, by myself
Yeah.
until they were old enough to like,
Yeah.
Just
go.
until they were 25.
Exactly. Because it's very difficult for me to be like
Is
thinking
that a
about
control
it.
thing?
Oh, yeah,
Is it
It's a part of
absolutely.
control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I'm the same way. Like, I'm super protective over my child. And that's always been an issue in my relationships, because it's like, it's been her, it was always her and I.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
so once I got into, when I got married, that was an issue. Like, you're always protecting her. When I got into a relationship after marriage, it was, you're always protecting her. And it's like, yes,
Yes. She's
I
mine.
am.
Do
She's
you
mine.
say I was
Is it
enabled?
protection, or are you just not allowing them to tell your child something that is proper, something that is correct? Do you just not allow them to say anything
parent.
to your
Well,
child?
no, I do, but it takes, like Latoni said too, it's a trust thing there too. Like, if I trust you enough, to where it's like, okay, you're not just being mean, or you're not just, something. It could be something, but I think that part of it was like, okay, I have to learn how to let go a little bit, which, that was a big part. If I'm going to be in a relationship, I have to learn to let go, because it's not just her and I anymore. This is now a family.
Family, yeah.
Where it's like, all right, no, he's the man of the house. You're going to have to listen, because she looks to me for everything, like
Mhm.
everything. I don't care what it is. It's like, my mom is there. My
She's looking
mom's
for your approval.
She's looking
to
always
be okay with the situation.
Yeah.
And when you are not giving her or making it a safe space for him to
Mhm.
parent, then she's dividing you guys.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like a divide and conquer. So
Yeah.
that's when you're united, or you have to be united, or show a united front. And so that it's not like, if I say something that is like
We're
that's
both
what
on the
it
same
is.
page,
Yeah, we're
and
both
that's
on the
what
same
it
page
is. Yeah.
because we're on the same team.
Yeah.
And we don't mean you any harm, but okay, if I say no, then it's no. You don't have to look to her for a different answer. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So the main thing with us is that we just had to have that difficult conversation,
mhm.
but we only had to have that difficult conversation once.
Oh, see, that's perfect.
And from there, literally, we made the decision of how things were going to go in our household. But it took me a while to have that conversation because you want to respect whatever your role is
Mm-hmm.
as that person. You comprehend biologically this is not my child. But for me, I'm a mother 110% to any child that is around me. So the mother instinct in me is always going to be front and center.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I see something that I don't think is, if I don't think that this
Right.
is, I'm not gonna say not right, because it depends on who you are and what you're choosing to do with your kids that determines what you think is technically the right way versus the wrong way. But I have to make sure that whatever is happening in my home is something that I can approve of in my home. I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong and you may be able to do that when you go home. But here, like the one thing I would always tell the children, when they are with me, you are a reflection of me.
Right.
So that means your clothes must fit. Your
Mm-hmm.
clothes must be clean. Your clothes cannot have any holes or be dingy or any of that. And your clothes must match. They to this day will still say, Mommy, I remember when you said blah, 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 blah. Because I said it and I meant it. And I said it enough for them to understand that this is what.
Yeah.
Now, however you do things over there, when it's raining outside, you don't get to wear flip flops when you're with me. You can't put on shorts. However you do things when you're with the other parent, that's the other
theirs.
parent's
Yeah.
decision.
Right.
But in my home, that doesn't fly. You can't be like that. So it was hard because I wanted to make sure that I was respectful of the fact that, number one, biologically they're not mine. But I also wanted it to be known that this is my home and kids can't just do whatever they want to do. They can't talk to me however want. And I've never had that issue. I will honestly say that with my bonus girls, I've never had an issue of the talking back. I've never had any issues where I felt like they were disrespectful to me or I felt like they didn't respect me. I feel like they've always respected me as their bonus mom. So, but it was just that first conversation that jump in like, okay,
Do I say it
like,
now?
what do I
I
say? When do I say it?
Yeah.
Is now a good time
Yeah.
for me to say it? Difficult
That is
conversation
very
to
difficult.
have, but was necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blended families are tough.
They are.
They're tough.
They can be. They can be. Now there's some out there that really they just work off the bat. You know. Hey, I get it. You
do they
moved
really
on.
work off the bat?
Some of
I feel
them
like
do.
they just got to a place where they work too.
You know what? It really
But-
just depends on the person.
Yeah,
That's true.
It really
That's true.
depends on the person and the space that they're in. Because sometimes they are, like, hey, this didn't work out. We cool. And okay, I met. She seems cool. Okay, as long as you treat my kids right, all is well. I don't want your man. It's all good.
Yeah.
So sometimes,
But don't
it
be
really
cooking my
does.
child like a whole full meal, and then she comes home expecting me to cook her a whole full.
Be like, my
not like,
stepmama.
Yeah, no, I remember one time Jada came home and she's like, I have strawberries, pancakes, waffles, bacon, and I was like,
And he was like,
Okay,
and here
You
you
probably
get
should
fruity
call her to
pebbles.
see when you can go back.
we need to go back to get you.
after.
They didn't pack you a to-go plate or nothing.
I'm
my
hungry
goodness. Right. Did you
too.
bring me
Right?
something?
Did you bring me something?
So yeah,
That's cool.
It's hard.
That's one of the conversations that I would say would be a difficult conversation to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. For me, I think it's more so like finances, not per se
that's a big
for
one.
myself,
Yeah.
but I always feel like on the other side, it's always the preconceived notion of finances and that it kind of goes away. It kind of goes away or array when they don't want to discuss finance or when they feel like you're not as helpless as they foresee
Could
it
you
to
be in a relationship where your partner don't want to discuss finances with you?
No. I don't know. I mean, it's because I feel like I need to know something. I need to know that you are capable.
What's the conversation?
How
So
much you making
yeah,
out?
what is your conversation like when you're talking about it? Like, how do you approach it?
You know, I just
What you make, how much, what you gonna give me? What, I mean,
no.
okay.
Because it's never for me. It's never been about how much someone is going to give me or what they make. It's more so about, are you capable? Are you capable of taking care of what it is that you're asking for? If you're asking for a household, and that household comes with, you got kids, I have kids. Well, I have a child. Whatever we're having together, are you capable of taking care of this? And that's not to say without my help, but it's also, are you capable? So you got to be capable. You got to have some type of
So pretty much, what are you
point.
bringing to the table? Are
Well,
you asking for this? Like,
no, I don't
you know what you're
ask.
bringing
I
to the
feel like
table. But
you
I'm saying
should
that's
know.
what's your
Yeah.
conversation though. Like when I'm saying like your approach, how do you say that? What are you bringing to the table? Because you're
What you
saying,
got?
What you got?
Do you got a house? Do you got a car? No.
like, yeah,
No.
I mean, are you looking for?
I mean, it's more so like, what am I looking for?
Yeah, and from that person.
No, I just want to know that you can do what you say that you're gonna do.
Like take care of themselves or take care of the household.
Both, because I need you to
Okay.
be able to take care of yourself first. Because
Okay.
that's just if you can't take care of yourself, why are you even talking to me?
Mhm.
Like, no. But then I also, if we're gonna move forward, I need to know that you can take care of a household. I need to know that we're in this together, that there's teamwork, and it's not like a 10-90 type of situation. That's all I'm saying.
Do you
But
think that that's a conversation that only women think about? Do you think men think about that?
I think that I feel like men ask the question to women a lot of, what do you bring to the table? And maybe I brings the table.
She's
So,
like, I brought the table with the chairs.
right. So, and I don't think about it a lot. It's not. I honestly just don't. I don't think about it. But I feel like that once they realize that you're not as broke as they think all women are for some reason.
Who you be dating?
Because
I don't think that guys. I don't
Hmm.
think I've ever dated a guy that just up and assumed that I was broke.
No, I didn't say that. I don't think anybody up and assumes that I'm broke.
So
okay.
Then explain.
I feel like the preconceived notion is what kind of like, oh, she don't need me. You know, oh, she got
you
things
feel like
going,
men
she
are
got
looking
things
for
going
women that
on.
need them. So it's like that savior
Yeah.
complex. Like, I'm here to save her.
Yeah. But they also want you to come with money too. So it's kind of like a 6-7. Because it's also like they'll ask like, what do you bring to the table? But at the same time, men want to provide. Like they want to. I feel like men want to provide and they want to take care of. But also there are men that want to know, what do you also bring to the table?
I think there's men out there. There are men out there that look for control, and there are men who want to provide.
Okay.
So those are
send the
two
provider.
different. Yeah, those are two different things, because you can have those conversations where it's, yes, this is what I'm bringing to the table, but I also want to control what you're bringing to the table because I want to be here. And then there's also, I just want to provide for you.
Yeah, so send the provider, not the controller. Because you're not going to control me with money. That's not a control thing for me. Like, I don't have that. That's not a control thing for me. You're not going to control me with money.
So, do you feel like in a relationship that you should know what they're making, that they should know what you're making?
No, I wouldn't say it's a matter of fact, like to know exactly what you are making or what. But I need to know what you got going on.
I'm not talking down to the cents, but I'm just saying, like, do you feel like in a relationship, the two of you should talk about what your income is, what their income is?
If we're planning on moving forward, if we're doing anything together, then yes, I need to know.
But you're in this relationship, so you're doing this together.
Yes. Okay. Eventually,
my final answer is
I'm not saying for day one. I'm not saying that, but
that's
eventually
not a
down the line.
From day one, but I get
down the line. Yes.
I'm just saying that there are some relationships where I guess for them it works that they keep finances separate. For me, that would never work. It just wouldn't, because I feel like if we are building together, I should know that in the event that you can't,
Ex-
that I can.
That I can't. Exactly.
Or
But I
vice
don't feel like that's
versa.
keeping it separate. I feel like you can.
No, I'm not saying that we keep it separate.
Yeah.
There are some people who keep their finances separate. What's yours
And that's
is
okay,
yours.
too.
What's mine is
As
mine.
long as we got it in the middle too.
And some people don't have it in the
Yeah.
middle.
Oh.
Some
Look,
people
oh.
literally have okay, so you pay this bill, you pay that bill, I pay this bill, I pay that bill. And they never come together with the finances of making sure that everything can get taken care of, because there's more than just the bills. There's the
As long
little
as that
things
works.
that's in
Yeah.
between.
As long as that works, then it's fine. Like, as long as that works, because every household is different. So do whatever works for your household, because some people do have, like you said, the separate accounts and they never have the pot together or whatever. And that's perfectly fine as long as it works, until it doesn't. And if it doesn't, then that's when we got to have a separate conversation.
But so, I mean, these conversations about the finances are, you're saying not from day one, which I get.
Mm-hmm.
But at what point do you have it? And when you have it, what are you looking to accomplish? What do you want from that, to get from that conversation?
To know that we gonna be all right.
You never
gonna
gonna
be
know
all
that you're
right.
gonna be all right per se
Mm-hmm.
if you're not willing to lay all of the cards out on the table. So
The cards
And-
on the table.
no, I'm talking about all of
Oh.
the cards. I'm talking about your secret stash.
Mm.
I'm talking about all
No,
your.
I don't have a problem with
Your $2 in your pocketbook.
Yeah.
We need to know.
Yes. No, I don't have. I'm not saying that there's a problem with that. For me, it's not a problem. But I always feel like there's a preconceived notion from the other side of what I have, what I don't have, whatever. And sometimes that offends people, and they may not even know. They don't know nothing. So.
Why you gotta let them know? You gotta be having these conversations. You gotta be on some. Hey, so
They see how I'm moving.
if the waiter came today, came to the table right now, could you pull out your card and cover anything that I ordered?
No.
Or is it?
First of all,
Absolutely not. No, I can't. I'm sorry. My purse is in the car.
none of it.
No.
Well, where's your Apple Wallet at?
I don't want to hear the excuse of I left my wallet in the car no more,
man.
because there's so many things on your phone where you can attach your
Yeah.
card. So, fellas, that don't work no more.
Mm-mm.
Don't be telling the girls you done left your
And don't
wallet
take the
in
girls
the
out if you
car.
can't pay. I'm sorry.
Do you feel like that's a requirement?
No.
Okay.
No, because I pay my way.
Is it a date though?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, because
I'm
I
just
was like,
saying in general.
I don't feel like that's a
I'm just
date.
saying in general. I pay on days too.
We're
I'm not
going
the
out
first
to
one.
dinner or something.
Well, now
like,
if I say I'm taking you out,
Yes, that's
then I'm
different.
paying.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
let's go out. That's on me. Now, if you say, "Come on, let me take you out,"
right, but if you go,
That's
if
funny.
I feel like if a man asks you out to dinner, then I feel like that's saying you're going to pay
Absolutely.
automatically,
I feel the same way.
in my opinion.
If he asks you
But
out
I
on a
mean,
date,
I haven't dated in a very long time. I hear
They
a
ain't
whole lot
changed.
of stuff these days.
That's still
So
the same though.
okay,
Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah. I feel like if you ask me on a date, that means that you are going to pay.
I mean, I seen these videos where people are like on dates and they're like, he went and ordered his food and didn't order me anything. And I'm like, first of all, where is there a date where a waitress is not coming to your table? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about
Wait,
that. 'cause
what?
that's-
I don't know.
Wow. Not you order
Like,
food. And
yeah,
then,
like he
right.
went and ordered
So
from
we
the
eating,
little.
we eating your food? Like, we gonna share his plate? Like, what?
Yeah.
So he ordered from the menu.
No, he
At
like
the bar?
went up to
The
the
bar.
register. It was like a Chipotle type
Oh,
place.
okay.
He went and ordered,
Oh.
and she was sitting there, and
Well, first of all, she thought they was at a date at Chipotle. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's
And
okay.
in what scenario ever is a date where there's not a waitress coming to your table? I don't know.
Ooh, she
So
played
wait,
herself.
he
It's
went to the
cool.
cashier, ordered his food,
came
and
back,
she was sitting there.
and
So
was
she didn't go
sitting
through the
there.
line?
No,
Because
it
those-
wasn't Chipotle specifically,
okay.
but it was that type of place.
Okay.
I think he went and got tacos, came back, and was just like about to eat. She was like, "Can I
Where's
see your
mine?
receipt?" And he showed it to her. He was like, "Yeah, sure." And so she went and got
He don't
her
like
own
her.
food.
Walked out the
He don't
door.
like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't like her.
That's what I'm saying. She went and got her own food, and I was, girl, go to a place you want to go to. At
No,
this
go
point, if
home.
you're gonna
Leave
buy
him. Goodbye.
your own food, go somewhere else.
No.
Ooh,
Interesting.
that's another one of them hard conversations to have when the bill come. I guess and you ain't got it.
But why you out? If the bill. You ain't
Well,
got it.
I mean,
I don't know.
maybe it wasn't clear who was paying. I don't know. I've really not encountered that type of situation. And I definitely haven't been asked on a date and we gotta go through the line
Right.
to get our food. Cause that's a conversation we would have had ahead of time
Where are we going?
as well. Where are we going?
I mean, I'm not against a Chipotle. I don't know about Chipotle, but I like Chipotle. I'm not against a simple date. I'm not against a simple date, but don't ask me out on a date and be like, all right, we going Dutch. Like,
I'm not against even going to Starbucks.
Exactly.
To have a a conversation.
It could be
so
simple.
Let me backtrack on that. I'm not saying that I have an expectation of a certain but I feel like if you're meeting someone, and I feel like it should be established where you're going. If you ask somebody out on a date, not like if they said let's meet up someplace, then I might have assumed that I'm just gonna pay. If they just said let's meet up here, whatever type of thing, you're not really saying we're going on a date.
Yeah. We're just meeting. So
we're just meeting up.
But it was
But I
literally
feel
like a $10
be a
meal.
man.
So be for real, sir.
I feel like a man is gonna be a man. I mean, I feel like just I don't know. I just feel like men are just men. So if you are gonna take me anywhere, I feel like you're gonna buy my coffee. Like, why would you ask me out and then be like, oh, we finna go get coffee. I'm finna get mine. And then you like looking at me
First
like,
of all, Starbucks
no, it's
is expensive
$5
too. So
it's $5.
You could buy tacos with the same amount as you could
Exactly.
buy a coffee.
So then buy tacos then, but don't ask me to go somewhere and then be like, all right.
I don't think I've ever.
On your own.
I was gonna
say, no.
That I've ever assumed though, like if in that situation, if I'm going out to meet somebody, I am gonna have my own money to buy. I might buy it before you even get there. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna expect you to be like, well, I'm waiting.
Yeah, I always am ready to pay for myself.
Yeah.
So whether you pay for me or not, I'm always ready to pay for myself. Now, I don't have any expectations. However, I expect you to.
I don't have no expectations.
But if you, no, I'm always ready to pay for myself. I don't like no matter what it is. So I'm always if we go into the movies or whatever, if it's friendly, whatever, then I'm always ready to pay for myself. But if you are courting me, then that's something different. I don't feel like. And that's not to say every time we go out or every time that, I'm expecting you to pay or, whatever. But if you're courting me, you should court me.
But that's a conversation
that
may be difficult for some people to have. Maybe you don't know how to tell this person, I'm just trying to see how things are going, how they are. You got to cover yourself. Like there are some folks who I know in the world of internet dating, guys are expected to ask the woman out. They go out on these dates and some women are okay with just meeting up at a Starbucks. Whereas some women are just trying to get these free meals. They meet up, they know instantly they don't like you. And so could be a very difficult conversation, especially for guys, to say, hey, so I would like to take you out, but it's going to be, I don't know, whatever the rest, whatever little something it may be. It may not be Fleming's. I'm not getting ready to take you to Morton's, the steakhouse or something like that. Those are conversations that sometimes it's hard to have because you want to see where this is going to go, but you don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker. And some people haven't made that decision that they need to vet whatever it is out. So you could end up in a situation where you stuck with a very expensive bill with a chick that you not going to,
When Les and I were dating, like I would pay for stuff sometimes and he would, like he mentioned it not too long ago. He's like, remember when we used to like argue over the bill? Like, hello, I was trying to get them draws. I don't need to do that.
Yes.
I got it already.
Right.
Yeah, the bill is yours, my boy. You ain't got to worry about it.
So
When they sit it on the table, I don't even know why they put it in the middle.
Exactly.
I was trying at that point.
Yeah.
I no longer have to do that.
Yeah.
There was a time, and we still joke about it to this day, where my relationship almost didn't happen because I was paying the bill. I said,
Oh, okay.
I am
You know
going
something?
to pay the
You're
bill.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
We all have that problem now, okay?
Yes.
Because the way
But
we
if
be
I
ping ponging,
look, if I tell you that I'm going to take you out, number one, I've been an independent woman for a very, very long time, so I had to get to a point where I could be in a soft space with my husband because I paid all my bills prior to that. Hell, I paid some of the last dude's bills, so I had to get into a space where I was okay with if that's what you want to do. But I also had to make sure that he was in a space to receive from me as well.
right.
So if I say I'm going to take you out and we go out and that bill comes and you can stop smacking your teeth because it was a serious situation, okay? Look, if the bill comes and I tell you I'm going to pay it and you pay it, to me, that's an issue. That is an issue because number one, I need you to understand that I don't need you to have it all the time. I can definitely make sure that we have it. But also that's one of my love languages.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I'm saying I want to treat you because of whatever the situation may have been, allow me that right.
Yeah.
When you take that right away from me, you already got the draws. Knock it off. What is wrong with you? When you take that away from me and you decide that you're going to pay, to me, that said, it's a control thing. That's the way that
that could also
knew
you just being.
I'll be like,
that could just be you being with a generous man.
You are so sweet.
That could just be you being. Now I know. Okay.
What if that's
I
his
get
love
it,
language
but that's
too?
what I'm saying.
So you the only person that get to express your love language?
No,
Yes.
no. That's not,
Yes.
that day, yes. Okay. But no, it could just be you being with a generous man. Because I feel like I'm generous as well. And it's hard to accept generosity.
I don't have a problem accepting generosity.
like,
I don't want you to misunderstand
no.
what I'm saying.
I know, friend.
Just
I know.
in that scenario,
In
she
that
wanted to pay the
scenario,
bill.
yes. No, I understand what she's saying. But sometimes it is hard for women to accept generosity. And then it's hard for men to be generous because they want to. I feel like most men want to, but they also don't want to get taken advantage of as well. And I feel like in this climate, a lot of times that's kind of like the nature of what.
I'm showing you I'm not taking advantage of you. The bill comes and I'm willing to pull out my card.
You were
That
willing.
means I'm not.
You were willing.
Because
You were
I
willing.
said that that's what I was going
I know,
to
but
do.
the fact
so
that you were
allow me to
willing.
do what I said.
Right.
I was
Basically-
going
But you
to
showed
do.
You
him though
basically
that you
paid.
were generous because you were willing.
I made
You
him
told
take
You
me
get the draw
home.
now.
No, I
Oh,
made him take
see.
me home.
and
Take
it was back on the
me
shelf for 4 months.
4 more months.
4 months
Later.
4 months later.
No, but that
I understand.
that
You were
was-
trying to treat him.
That was my way of number one, letting you know that this is not about what you can do for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really about me having any type of superiority type, that it wasn't that type of situation, but it was my way of saying, hey, we can do this together.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't always have to have it when
that's what I'm saying.
when we
I'm
go
trying
out.
to say we could do it together. I need to know that we could do it together.
And that's why we're talking about finances.
And that's why we're talking about finances, because we need to know that we could do it together.
But that we had to have that conversation.
Right.
Like
So that's
we
a
had
tough-
to have that
and that was a tough
conversation that
conversation.
you need to allow me to be who I am too.
Right.
The same way that you are a giver, I'm a giver.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
same.
allow me to be who I am. Allow me to introduce you to the type of woman that you are dating. This is the type of woman that you
Yeah.
are dating.
Look at that game she was spitting.
I did,
Okay.
and then I got the draws. But I mean, it's just, to me, communication is so important, and every conversation is not going to be easy.
True.
There's going to be some things that you are afraid to even talk about or to share. So you have to get to that point where you're comfortable and you trust them with
It has to be a
with
safe
all of
space
that.
emotionally.
It has to be.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people don't want to talk about parenting the kids. That's why a lot of people don't want to talk about the finances and things like that, because you have not gotten so in tune with your partner that you're comfortable with
saying
trusting
anything and
them with
trusting-
that
yeah.
information.
Yeah.
So yeah, it works for some households, but to me, I always look at it like, what's the lack of trust here? Because why would you not? There's some people where the man handles everything, and something happened to him, and a woman is completely lost. Don't know nothing where the bank accounts and nothing where nothing is, because communication doesn't happen. You let somebody handle every single thing, and then here you are.
Yeah, now you're
trying to figure it out.
Left trying to figure things out.
That's
So
true.
it's just important to have those hard conversations. I don't know, maybe you got to play double dutch with it, like, okay, I'm about to
a little bit.
Ooh, let's jump right in.
But I think
and
it's a safe thing. Like what you were just talking about is when you are in a safe space, and when you communicate well. Communicating is a big part of that of that dynamic. When you are in a relationship with someone who communicates well, then it definitely makes a difference.
It makes it so much
really makes a
easier. It
difference.
makes the conversation
Even if you're
easier.
not the biggest communicator,
but
when they are, it makes things flow so easy.
Definitely.
I'm
Did
saying.
we hear from you? Did you tell us?
No, she's secretive. Y'all know she over there trying to be secretive. She don't want to tell nobody about what's been hard.
I was letting y'all
what's
talk about the
hard.
easy stuff.
No.
To me, that's easy.
Really?
Okay.
I mean, it's not
Spill
easy,
the
but it's
tea.
easy enough
Right, you
to talk.
skilled.
My thing is, the difficult conversations are when you're not happy, or you're looking at ways to find peace in your relationship. So I feel like the difficult conversations to have is when you're saying, like, I'm not happy anymore, or I can't do this anymore, because you're trying to find those ways of, wait, I'm about to fail at this relationship. Can I make this work? Are they feeling the same way that I'm feeling? So trying to navigate that conversation, I feel, is difficult to have. Like, you're trying to figure out when to say it, how to say it.
So I feel like I have a different perspective, because I feel like you can sense when someone is not feeling you, or when you're not, and I feel like your partner can sense when you're not feeling them as well. So having the actual conversation, like you said, is tough, but I don't feel like I need to have a conversation to know that you really ain't feeling me.
Yeah, I agree with that, but it has to be said. I mean,
somebody got to say
somebody
it.
has to say it, because you could walk around, you're walking on eggshells, and you're like, I know it's different. Things have changed, but nobody wants to be the first to say goodbye type thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the one to say it. No.
I mean, sometimes you don't say goodbye. Sometimes you just pack up while they at work.
You know what?
Somebody is speaking from experience over
Right.
here.
And that's all the goodbye that you need. I mean, it's a hard conversation to have, but depending on who the person is, you just may opt not to have it. I don't think that they are going to misinterpret that I'm over it when they come home and I'm gone. There's no way to mistake. There's no way to misinterpret that they wasn't happy and they out.
Like, wait, did she go on a trip?
Because everything gone.
But calling her number and it's saying the number's been changed.
You turned green.
I'm wondering what happened.
Oh, man.
It is
not turning green. It doesn't matter for her. But
you're right. Sorry.
It's a hard conversation to have. I feel like it's a hard conversation to have when you're not sure if you're really ready for it to be done. But when you really ready for it to be done, I feel like it spills out so easy.
Mhm.
Like, man, it is fuck this shit o'clock and I am out.
Out. Yeah,
I'm
Enough is
done.
enough.
I'm not
Exactly.
even gonna play this
Yeah.
game with you anymore. So it really depends on the space that you're in. If
Mhm.
you are fighting within yourself
Mhm.
to try to figure out, and then a lot of times it's a hard conversation to have because you haven't figured out how you're gonna move yet.
Mhm.
So until you figure out what your next move is gonna be, you don't want to tell them because now they may start moving before you're ready to move.
Right.
But I feel like you have that internal fight with yourself, or some people have that internal fight with themselves because they are concerned about what it's going to look like to other people, as
That's
That's a
opposed
big part of
as
it
opposed
too.
to just doing what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah.
And being, it don't matter what it looks like to other people because other people ain't in the, you're doing whatever is best for you.
I just heard
at that
something
specific
like that.
time.
Like, you do not need consensus for clarity. Your clarity is your clarity. And if you come to that, you don't need an audience. You don't need
Yeah.
somebody to say, like, you're right or that's what it is. No,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Because you feel that way.
Right. Exactly.
Dang. So these conversations can be difficult. We all know that they can be hard to have, but the first thing you got to do is put that first foot forward. Once you do that, the other foot will follow.
Sure.
Well, you got to jump in there sometimes and
Yeah.
just say what needs to be said. It eliminates a whole lot of tiptoeing around. It also helps to eliminate frustration because you can become easily frustrated at a situation when you've not talked about it and it continues to fester, especially if it's something that's really bothering you. If you want to know about what's going on in their bank account, you got to ask the question.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds bad.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
If you want to know what's going on in their bank account,
You got to ask the questions. Put
True.
the ball in their court because sometimes people are of the mind where if you don't ask, you don't want to know, and I'm not going to tell you.
True.
But if you
Yeah.
ask me, then
True.
I'm an open book type thing. So
Right.
it's about really being
It's better
okay.
to ask than to assume. Because if I'm sitting up here assuming, I've come up with a whole bunch of stories in my head, and I could just go to you and you can tell me exactly what I want to know in some cases. But I mean, it's easier to just
Or
go to
you
that
could
person.
not tell me, and
Yeah.
that tells me exactly what I want to know too.
Right.
That is your answer.
You don't trust
Yeah.
me enough
Yeah.
with that information.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it all boils down to trust when you are trying to find out what it is that you want to know.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it
Is
is
it?
time for us to play.
Sip or spill.
Ooh,
I'm going to drink to that first. And
you-
then we'll spill.
Well,
Okay.
I've been drinking,
Mm.
and I don't really know if I'm ready to answer this question just yet. So I'm gonna reserve my drink just to see.
Put
And
it
what
out
is the
there.
question?
What are your Valentine's Day expectations?
See,
Oh.
I don't know what my expectations are just yet because we go through spells where we say, hey, you know what? Let's not do gifts and stuff this year. And the expectation is that we're not going to do gifts and stuff this year.
I feel like
I feel like that's not gonna happen ever with your man.
And then
feel
when we
like-
turn around and somehow do gifts and stuff. So
That's a generous man. Okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
the expectations change all the time. We celebrate Valentine's Day. Some years it's bigger than others.
I feel like Valentine's Day it should be a pretty much every day. I don't need a day to.
But
to
it's
make
on the
feel special.
calendar.
It is on the calendar. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to get
I'm just saying
anything.
it's on the
but I feel
calendar.
like I don't need a day. I should feel like every day. is
Yeah,
Valentine's
every day.
I'm
or-
just saying it's on the calendar.
It is.
I'm not saying that I don't feel Valentine's Day every day. I'm just saying on this particular day, because every day I feel like it's my birthday too.
Mm-hmm.
But on that
Come on now,
one day,
cake.
you know what I'm saying? But on that one day, it is carved out for what it's supposed to be. And some people celebrate it real, real big, and others don't. I don't have real expectations, but every year it's amazing. I can say that. There's no, and it doesn't have to be anything big. It usually is we might go eat. We might go eat the day before. We might go eat the day after.
You're going to the Chipotle? I'm just playing.
We definitely not going. He
Is it a
definitely
date?
knows that's not where we're going. But I still remember one of our first Valentines where it was like big. We went and ate some very expensive garlic noodles. I won't say where we went, but very expensive, overpriced, not worth it garlic noodles.
Descriptive.
Yeah.
But you won't say any names.
I'm not gonna say the name of where we went, but he went all out,
Aw.
and then he bought me this bear.
Look at her getting all warm and cozy.
Nah, I'm not warm and fuzzy at all. He bought me this bear, and this bear said, "Shit, bitch, you is fine."
You see how you gasp? You see how you gasp?
what?
Uh-huh.
Shit,
Hold on, I
bitch.
feel like that's
You
kind
is
of
See,
That's his love language, okay? Bitch, you fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
bitch.
Oh,
I feel
goodness.
like that's actually okay.
It was
Yeah.
cute.
It's
Yeah.
acceptable for me.
Yeah.
It would have caught me
It was
off guard,
awesome.
but I'd have laughed.
I didn't laugh.
I would have been like, and is.
Right, period, fool.
You see it.
I did.
That
But
is hilarious.
we were still learning another
Clearly.
at the time. But Valentine's
That
Day,
is hilarious.
yeah, he still brings up the bear. Got
You should've
pictures
kept
of
it.
the bear.
Oh my
We probably do still have that bear
God. Does
somewhere.
it still talk?
No, the bear
It
didn't
didn't
say
talk.
it.
Oh,
It
I
was
thought it had a little thing in it. My bad, dog. I thought it said
A
it.
little bear.
Yeah, I was like,
Do
not
you
the
know?
bear said
It
shit,
probably
bitch, you was
been.
fine.
It would have been worse if the bear actually said it to me. I don't know. It just it.
Mm.
But we were still learning one another at that time. But Valentine's Day since then has been like super special. I get some of the best cards ever.
Yeah.
I'm not a card girl to go out and pick cards.
I love
But
cards.
I
I
do.
love
But I
cards.
I
It's
love
the thought
receiving
behind
cards.
it,
Yeah, I
yeah.
I've
love it.
saved several cards that I've
Mhm.
had. I have cards from when we were dating and things like that. So I don't have any big expectations, but I always know that it's going to be special.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
always something that's really, really out of the ordinary, like something that I probably wouldn't have planned for
Mhm.
myself. But enjoyed all the
Yeah.
way around. So no big expectations for Valentine's.
Yeah, I don't think I have any big expectations either.
Well,
Well,
You know what?
anyway.
Yeah.
But it's always been like I can be at home and a nice meal cooked.
Yeah, it's
or
the
I'm
simple
like it's
things
just
to me.
yeah.
Mhm.
Draw me a bath
Mm.
and put some music on, light
Mm-mm.
some candles. I don't really I like going out to eat, but on that day it's just so
So
commercial
busy.
to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a lot. Like we could be at home, find us a nice movie
Yeah.
and dinner, order Chipotle. No, I'm just playing.
No, not that.
But
Not
no,
that.
seriously, like either cook dinner or order food in and we're good because it's always something throughout the
Yeah.
year. So it's never been like I have to have this grand gesture of, where these women like I need to have a dinner and go to a hotel or I need to go this and that. I don't need that. Like, especially if I've been loved correctly
Mhm.
throughout
Yeah.
the year. I don't need that. So my expectations for that day, I really feel like it's super commercial. And I've
Mhm.
always been like that. Give me a card. I love flowers.
Mhm.
But if I'm getting that throughout the year too, it's just like it's the day that I'm getting flowers and a nice card.
Yeah. I feel like it's simple to me too. It's more about quality time and like just having
Yeah.
a good time. It really doesn't matter what we're actually doing as long as we're doing it together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
For us, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day per se. Like, I don't think we've ever gone out for Valentine's Day. Typically, like I ask him what he wants to eat. I'll make something at the house. I'm gonna ask him if he's been wanting something specific.
Yeah.
I'll get him that. I'm not like big on flowers. I think, like one of our first dates, he bought me flowers, and I was like, I'm not really a flowers girl because they die. To me, it's like, oh,
All it's gonna
they're
do is
going to
die.
die.
Roses really smell like poo-poo.
Right. Right. So I prefer my roses in the form of a shoebox.
Hello.
If we're being honest.
Hello.
You know?
Yes. Come on now.
I'm being real.
Yes.
You don't have to buy me flowers. I
like a good
remember
flower.
the times that he's
Thank you.
bought me flowers.
Size 8.
Right. Right. I'll send you the ones I like.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so like normally it's very simple for us. We're not like super we don't overdo it. Like I don't
Yeah.
think we've ever really overdone the holiday at all. Like I said, it's normally steak, lobster, or whatever, but it's me cooking
Oh,
it.
it ain't
Yeah.
Chipotle.
It ain't
No, it's not
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Okay.
Steak
And
and
it's not always that
lobster.
either. It's like sometimes it's even more simpler than that. But, you know, for the most part, as long as we're together, then
Mm-hmm.
everything else kind of,
That's the only requirement. Is that y'all together?
for the most part. I mean, if he didn't buy me anything, I wouldn't be like, you didn't buy me anything for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day? I'm not going to freak out. It's not going to be a crash out or anything like that. Like, I'm not even like, I don't take it that serious, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I feel you.
But you know, we celebrate it somewhat.
Yeah.
It's just not super serious for us.
Yeah, it's not that big of a. No, I mean, it's fun to say it's Valentine. It's fun to be asked to be your Valentine, even in
Yes or no?
Right.
you know,
The box.
even in being married, it's still fun to still do
spicy.
those romantic things. I mean, yes, like I stated, it's Valentine's Day a whole lot for me,
Mhm.
but you know, when you get the opportunity to just be a kid and
Yeah.
do little,
It's exciting.
little
It is,
goofy things
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
exciting.
It
I like a
definitely
good
is
flower.
fun.
Tam don't like
Right.
flower. I like a good
She's
flower.
like, send them to me.
Yeah,
I
and
can
it's
take
a
it there and
surprise.
say,
Yeah,
shit,
it's a
bitch, you
surprise.
fine.
No, but it's the surprise of it all.
No,
Like, to
don't get
be
me wrong. Like
surprised.
one time he was on vacation and he sent me like 24 roses to my job, and I
Nice.
was literally like
It was the
fangirling, like
surprise.
yes, like
Yeah.
it was amazing. But they died. I would prefer
Yeah.
to walk in those flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay.
You feel me?
So next time you just throw the flowers at your feet.
I prefer your buddy not to die. I would like to
What's
wear it
your
on my
favorite
feet.
flower?
They said they died.
Nike.
The mirror.
Right. That's it. You know, I just like you to be wise with your money.
You know
I'm
what
looking out for
saying?
you.
I'm
It's a
looking out
wise
for you.
investment for
It's an
you to just get
investment.
me
Well,
shoes.
guess what I did? I invested in y'all.
What you got for
What
us?
you get for us?
Look.
7-Eleven cookies.
Oh, Oh Lord.
Don't,
What?
you know
Okay.
what? This is my love language. You okay?
What's the date
Salty
on
and
it?
sweet.
It's our guilty pleasure. It's
my
only
guilty
right.
pleasure. They were prepared on 1/30.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's February though, huh?
With you right now. I
You got
cannot.
to eat a brick. Oh my goodness.
I'm lying. They're prepared this way.
I can't. I can't. Thank you. Appreciate your yeah. Thank you. We appreciate
I wouldn't do y'all
it,
like that.
friend. So this is the salted caramel cookies. That's your guilty pleasure.
Are we
Yes.
supposed to try this
7-Eleven.
now? Or are we?
Um,
No, you're not doing it. No.
No, I'm not
They were
gonna.
prepared this week.
I'm not gonna do.
This week.
You just brought them to us today. You been holding them in your purse. This is too much. Woo.
Well,
Go ahead and take a shot.
No, also Daros.
Yes.
Look out for our review on Daros. Shout
It's
out to
Daros,
them.
right?
Daros. Your food is busting.
We can't get it right.
The food is busting. Okay, you
Okay.
guys check them out. Wait, now my wig.
We have salted caramel cookies from 7-Eleven. And we had Daryl's New Orleans food. They're
Yes.
out of Carson.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we'll make sure that we drop
Food is
the
delicious.
the
Food
food
is
was
The
great.
delicious.
gumbo was like,
So good.
mwah.
Yeah, I had a catfish po' boy. It was great.
If you can't make your way to New Orleans, definitely make your way
To Carson.
Carson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Darrow.
Darrow's.
Darrow.
I stand corrected.
Oh, man.
Darrow's. Yes. With that being said, we're gonna try our cookies after we compose
Well,
ourselves. We're
you,
gonna
I
get
feel like
ourselves
if
together.
they're good, you need to backtrack.
And
You
you
need
are
to
gonna
write
have
a
to backtrack.
retracted statement.
Yeah.
Oh, remember we talked about the accountability thing. So I'm
She
going to
said
use
you
several
gotta have to
facts
prove
to
to
her that
prove
she's
that I
wrong.
was wrong. And
She said we gotta prove it wrong.
and 2 cookies is not going to do it. You should have bought 4.
Wow.
Dang.
Greedy
Yeah.
much?
You don't have
Ooh.
a tasting with your whole family.
I'm
just
grateful. You know
saying
what? See,
that-
I tried to do something for Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Give y'all some cookies.
from this week.
They're not dry. They're
Okay.
not broke. They're good.
I'm
Try
gonna,
it.
And it's
I'm
her
gonna
guilty pleasure.
It's her guilty pleasure.
From 7-Eleven. No, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us.
know what?
Again, please like, subscribe, and
Mhm.
share with
love
all of your
y'all.
friends and family. Until next week, we love y'all.
Yes,
Take
3
your
to 1
shot,
to 5.
and we out.
Cheers.